Between two worlds. By this stage, Imam al Shafi Rahimahullah had traveled widely. He had studied in Mecca, learned in Medina under Imam Malik Rahimahullah, and spent time in Iraq among scholars shaped by the tradition of Abu Hanifa Rahimahullah. He carried knowledge from both regions, and he noticed something important. The scholars of different lands sometimes reached different rulings, not because they ignored evidence, but because they approached evidence differently. In the Hijaz, Mecca, and Medina, scholars relied heavily on hadith and inherited practice. In Iraq, scholars often faced new situations and relied more on structured reasoning alongside hadith. Both sought truth. Both respected revelation. But their methods were not always explained clearly to others. For a student who had seen both worlds, this raised a question. How should evidence be weighed? How should disagreement be understood? Imam al Shafi Rahimahullah did not rush to create a new school. He did not seek to oppose earlier scholars. He sought clarity. If scholars differed, what principles guided their conclusions? How should Quran and Sunnah be used together? When was analogy valid? How should consensus be understood? These questions required structure, not argument. Structure. He began teaching, but with caution. He spoke with respect for earlier scholars. He avoided arrogance in debate. He listened as much as he spoke. Students noticed something in him. He was not trying to win arguments. He was trying to organize understanding. Later, he would be remembered for saying, "My opinion is correct with the possibility of error. The opinion of others is in error with the possibility of being correct." A scholar aware of limits and responsibility. Over time, his thoughts became more structured. He began outlining principles for deriving rulings, not replacing earlier scholarship, but clarifying how it functioned. The Ummah already had knowledge. He sought to clarify its foundations. Soon, he would write a work that would influence legal thought for generations, not by issuing many rulings, but by explaining how rulings should be formed. He had studied across regions. He had listened across traditions. He had seen differences firsthand. Now he moved toward writing, carefully, deliberately, to explain the principles behind Islamic law. His work would not belong to one city alone. It would speak to scholars across the Muslim world.